y'all. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous. But I want to play the music to. I'm nervous, y'all. But it's a good nervous. But I don't know how other people may view it because it's personal, and I don't want to like disrespect the family of the person that I'm going to be speaking about at all whatsoever. At all. I don't want to disrespect no one at all. But one of my angels, one of my ancestors, want to make himself known. Goodness knows, like I've been looking like a fool. That's funny. To people, that don't know how spirit works. So, and one of my avenues is to show beginners through me that, like, the little, breadcrumbs and the little things to connect the dots to, like, your spiritual path. I offer peer support and stuff like that. I don't claim that I'm a counselor or anything like that. I'm not going to, claim I got certificates or degrees, but literally real life. I mean, somebody that's, kind of been aware of her spiritual self for a long time now, like, I'm being pushed to, utilize my voice. And it's literally, it's nothing that I'm not speaking on things that you, like, hear about, like, a lot of, the spiritual community speak on, like, deities, like the Orisha and the Kemetic deities, the Asian, like, so many, and which is fine. I take from that. There are some that I recognize the energy, but for me, like, literally everything that I know and do, I know has been, like, intuitive and spiritually, like, led, like, yeah. About 70% of my life, 75% of my life has been spiritual. And I didn't know it. Right? Oh goodness, I'm nervous. So with that being said, just know that, like, I come from a pure heart and a pure vessel, that I'm literally, like, they're kind of putting their trust in me, like last year, for anybody that have watched, may watch, or that may watch in the future. Like last year, I went through my whole, like, Lionsgate, my Leo energy, you know what I mean, using that, and literally, like, I pulled, earlier, but yeah, utilizing that this year is, like, even more intense. This year is even more intense. And once again, I have to be vocal, you know what I mean? Like, more vocal than I've ever been in my life. So that's still something, even when, before now, before now, since last year, getting on live literally is like a thing for me. I be nervous as shit, y'all. But this time, like, it's different. This time, it feels like literally like the first time or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm not even gonna video. This is when I like music. Okay, so with that being said, yeah, to the family of literally a protector of mine, like no doubt, 100%. I kid you not, like 100% a protector of mine. Literally, I got 2 stories off top that he given me to, tell me to verbalize. Okay, so okay. So shit, y'all, I'm nervous. I'm nervous just because I don't know why I'm nervous, because I guess it's more personal. Usually usually I'm being spoken to literally speak to y'all through, you know what I mean, a cosmic, spiritual, energy, right? But this time, like, literally, it's just different. It's just so personal. Okay. And it's personal outside of me. That's why I'm nervous. But I'm gonna get to it. But yes, Ira Brown is a definitely heavy protector of mine. Guys, okay, now I'm gonna start off. Okay, me and this man only went to school together in elementary. I met him in 2nd grade, was in class with him again in the 5th grade. Never seen Ira through middle school, through high school, in my adulthood, but one time, new beginnings, one time. One time I saw him, one time. Mind you now, I already had my daughter, my oldest daughter. I already had her. And it just so happened, we had to literally immediately after dropping the kids off at school, not me and him together, but basically come to find out our kids went to the same school. So I had to go back and get my child. He had to go back and get his child, right? And saw him one time, said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I kept moving. But yeah, and I was actually pregnant with my 2nd daughter or whatever. So put the picture down. saw him one time, and crazy, but not. That's just a word. It's just dope. You know what I mean? It's so dope. Just me looking from a spiritual perspective, how throughout time I dreamt of him. Didn't think nothing of it. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I've always been a dreamer, so I always thought something of my dreams, but I didn't know how to interpret it. I just always knew kind of how the dreams felt, and it was always protective, always. Always. Now I could be shuffling, right, and I'm, speaking and set my attentions and get an answer for something else I done asked earlier, something else I needed clarification for. I'm like, oh, know when I needed it. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I dreamt of him. And he, this is why I need to fucking do better, yo. I keep seeing a lot of new beginnings, that one energy. Try new things. Try new things. It was a lot. So, yeah, I've forgotten. Ancestors are near. Third eye. Okay. Makes so much sense. So, but basically, he wants those that he was close to know that he is literally near, to keep him alive with certain actions. Okay. The forgotten. Ancestors are near. Third eye. New world. See through illusions. Connected. He wants people to, I'm gonna go back to like how, the signs and everything of him being in my life spiritually. He was, like I said, one time from elementary school, 5th grade, to one time in my adulthood. Had a child, pregnant with one. And this man literally, he was murdered. He got killed July. I don't remember, so forgive me. 16? Wasn't it? 16. And maybe a month, 2 months. Yeah. I'm gonna say 3. Let me just round it up to the 3. I'm gonna say about 3 months, I had a dream about him, and I knew literally, because just me being familiar from, dreaming about my stepdad, when he passed, I know when it's just me thinking, them on my conscious versus them coming to me spiritually. He came to me spiritually instantly. And me, my sunshine self, like, to know Ira and to know Ira smile, like, from what I remember in elementary school, like, literally bright, like, so he came to me, like, bright as hell, right? And I'm like, shit. And his face was literally big as the sun. I want to show you the sun card. When he pops up in my deck, he pops up and confirms things through the sun card. Like, you can kind of call cards to you. So literally, like, this is how he presented himself, as big as the sun card. And I was like, okay. But then I was like, but why me though? Like, I kept saying this, like, I don't know you. And I didn't mean it disrespectfully at all, because I remember, like, Ira was one of my 5th grade best friends. I had a female best friend and a male best friend, and Ira was my male best friend, like, literally. And I was just like, but still, like, I don't know you. Like, people don't look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what are you, like, what's happening? You know what I mean? But then this is where, like, I kind of want to step outside of him and, do, what is kind of part of my, mission, is kind of tell people when you become conscious to your spirituality. I don't want to say new anymore, but when you become conscious to your spirituality and to your gifts, really, it's a thing. Be careful what you ask for. You know what I mean? Like, be careful, like, be aware. And not that what I asked for is a bad thing, because it came, because I literally, like, it's a line, like, because I probably wouldn't trust anybody else. So, but I asked Spirit to connect me with somebody in the spiritual realm that could kind of help me test my gifts, right? And because, like I said, I don't knock book knowledge, but throughout, like, my entire time, like, certain information, certain books, you know what I mean, never called out to me. And I know now that I'm conscious to my spirituality, Spirit set that up for me. Like, like, literally, I have no physical desire, but they set it up for me. And so he literally came within maybe months of me asking that. And I was like, whoa, okay, this is happening. So yeah, that's crazy. I'm reliving it now. So so now, like, I'm building, like, a spiritual connection. I'm tapping in, and stuff is getting louder and louder, and I can hear them, I can feel them. Like, I'm starting to know the foods that he likes to eat. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. And Spirit, literally, they still thrive and move off of energy. So energy is energy. You know what I mean? Like, rocks is energy. Cards like hold, like literally it's a thing. It holds, but it holds energy, you know, and that's how, you know, people are able to like tap into the tarot and stuff. Like literally, like y'all, I'm gonna eat a couple peanuts because my stepdaddy around. Anyway, that's another thing. So where do I want to start with this story to how we connected? So I'm gonna tell you the most recent story. The most recent story. Ira asked Ira to come to me in like architecture. So I got like these cards, like architecture, dragonflies, and ladybugs. But a lot of different things come to me in ladybugs though. And yeah, dragonflies, architecture, and ladybugs. So when last year, maybe when that the year that he passed was the same year that I was like kind of wanting to leave Kansas City, and I kept hearing or whatever. And mind y'all, I kept hearing. Mind y'all, I had already told him to show himself, you know, to me in those ways, right? So me trying to run off to, you know, back to North Carolina or whatever, like I'm from North Carolina and everything, and I'm, you know, I was wanting to go back there, and he was like, no, like find magic in your own backyard. And not talking about North Carolina where I'm from, but here Kansas City, because I was raised here. Like Kansas City, you know what I mean, as far as like kind of the shit, not even the ins and outs, because I realized I didn't know a lot to Kansas City, you know, through him. But yeah, raised here, predominantly here, just literally. And so I was like, I start hearing it. He's telling me, you know, find the magic in your own backyard. So I'm like, you know, what does that mean? Y'all, I would go to places and I would hear people start talking about art. I would hear people start talking about architecture. I would just be led, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I Uber, you know, or lately I Uber. I'm a bus rider or whatever, but like I'll Uber and get, you know, dropped off somewhere, and you know what I mean, like a place, say it's a place I've never really been to or whatever, and I'll get there and like the building is like literally graffitied out, or it's like highlight, the architecture is like just dope, like it's just like the design of the interior of the building, like, and I'm just like, and I'm feeling them, and like in my, like, you know, the third eye card came out, and like my third eye visual, like I'm seeing them, and I'm like, what the like, this is for real, yo, like for real, I kid you not. And so like literally found so much art throughout Kansas City that I have never seen before, outside of like the art galleries and like the museums. And literally, like I would, oh my goodness, I can't even, it's so many things, but I don't have time. But literally, I had ended up quitting my job, right? And ended up quitting my job. Then I needed to go back to work, so I applied for a restaurant called Harvey's. And keep in mind, in fifth grade we went to a field trip at Union Station. Harvey's is in Union Station. never really thought nothing, of it, but I did. I was like, okay, I saw him, how it was all set up, right? But me forgetting, because I ain't been in Union Station in a long time. I just, in a sense, I forgot about the energy and like the energy around there, spiritually speaking, because I used to feel it as a kid. Like I grew up like in Crown Center. My mom had been working for Crown Center, I mean, like maybe 30 plus years. So I grew up like down there. We was there all the time in the summer in the fountains. Like I remember, childhood stuff, but just being at Union Station, you know what I mean? Like as an adult, I never had no desire to go, right? So had the interview, and going to the interview, starting to feel him, see like the small signs. Get in there, the first thing I hear was look up, and I look up, and like y'all, like anybody that's been in there, like the ceiling is just amazing. You know what I mean? Amazing, in my opinion. It's just art. It's art to me. Briefly went to school for interior design, so me seeing art in that visual way is just, it's dope. So that's one story, like literally. Okay. Goodness. So let's move to something visual, to something like literally. I need to be tagging people. Tatiana is one of my homegirls. Hold on. How do I do this, y'all? I do not know where there I go. Hold on, y'all. So Tatiana is it gone? One of my soul sisters, right? Like soul sisters. Can't make it up. Well, she was just over the other day, and she does henna, right? And I just told her I'm gonna have to tag her in some kind of way. Why is it not finding her? But anyway, I'll do it after, okay? But anyway, so I told her I just wanted sunflowers, like something with a sunflower, because I had put sunflowers on my altar, and they had been just showing themselves and just feeling like really feminine, and yeah, that's like the energy of Oshun, so just trying to get in my feminine bag or whatever. So and she like literally, she did the sunflower and everything like that, all the sunflowers, and it was done. Like after she did what she did, I was like, oh, it's cute, I like it, like it's, what I mean, my war wounds, right? And me, y'all, like literally, I'm always moving and shaking, because like if I'm already tired and sit down, I'm no good. Like I'm no good. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna even want to get up for like I'm just no good. So I just keep myself busy, because it's always something to do. Like I'm from retail life, restaurant life. Like literally, it's always something to do. And so that's just, I like the moving around, fast paced. Just yeah. So she mentioned, yeah, like she gonna add a dragonfly, and keep in mind, I was already channeling him. My baby is sick with an ear infection, and like I could tell visually, like I could tell that she wasn't feeling good, right? So naturally, I'm like complaining. I'm like, man, I'm about to take my baby to the emergency room. And Tatiana was like, girl, you gonna take her, or we talking about it and stuff like that. And so, move my head, and Tatiana looking at me like, what the fuck is happening? You know, what's going on? Like, turn my head, like I got a bunch of my work stuff on my table or whatever, and looked at this box. The box said UV protection, and the protection just hit. So I started noticing other signs. He comes in blue a lot, like, you know, like the nip, like royal blue or whatever. And he comes in, so stuff like that. And so out of nowhere, mind you, she doesn't know. She knows that I like dragonflies, right? You know what I mean? But she doesn't know the connection to me and dragonflies. Like, she doesn't know. And so I was verbalizing, like, is my baby okay? Tell me, like, spirit, like, calm my nerves, you know what I mean? Like, help me, detach from the physical fear, just affirmations to myself and speaking to my guides, right? Boom, 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 boom. Dragonfly. She literally, and I'm like, I'm seeing them all around the room, even through my baby. And then she literally, just out the blue, was like, I'm going to do a dragonfly, and did a dragonfly. And I looked down, and I started getting, like, you know what I mean, like, chills or whatever. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, you don't know what you did. And keep in mind, it's been a sensitive week for me on a personal level. And, like, y'all, Tati, like, literally, I didn't think, like, henna was a spiritual experience. Once again, I'm not familiar with certain things. I never read up on it. I just, looked at it as, just, body art. You know what I mean? I've always looked at it as art, but I just didn't look at it as therapeutic. And it was so therapeutic. Like, she literally helped me channel my protection. So, literally, like, if you want some henna done, but want, like, to be kind of inspired and literally connected to your people through art in this way, dopeness. Tati, yes, Tati. Yes, but I had to say that too, because for real. But yes, dragonfly. So, okay, this is another story that's probably gonna get me sensitive. And this is long, but this is a different kind of reading. This is literally, he's showing himself through me, showing himself through these stories, so that, like, his people, his circle, those that don't know me, those that, if one day, somebody see this, you know what I mean, look at this, like, to show y'all, like, he is here. Say, like, literally, like, seriously. And he's like, I know y'all not gonna forget about me. I know my bros not gonna forget about me. But he wants kind of people to see my perspective as far as keeping him alive. There's a difference. Okay, I feel that. Forgetting and keeping your ancestors and energy for your highest good, your protectors alive, is totally different. And like I said, that's part of my mission, to show people what an ancestor, what our ancestors, what a altar is, what just like kind of tapping in, like, authentically. Like, you don't have to do it exactly how you see it on TV or on YouTube or on social media at all. But I can vouch for the energies of fire, water, earth, and air. But literally, Ira Smoke, like, he's like literally saying, when you smoke, because, oh goodness, I forgot. I don't you to have my book. I want to get my journal, because this was a reading I did between me and him, just for my sanity. Literally, this was like a reading I had to do for myself, for my sanity, to know that I wasn't going crazy, like hearing him and feel like, okay, because it got to be overwhelming. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was overwhelming, and I was like, past life resurfacing. I kid you not. Oh my goodness, I've had a couple of stories in my past life come up, and literally, what this say? Let your inner child play. I knew him only as a kid. I knew this man only as a kid. Only as a kid. Past life resurfacing. Only as a kid. He's saying like that is definitely a childhood Ira. That's definitely a childhood Ira. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm hearing, and once again, I only knew him as a kid. I didn't know him as a teen, as an adult, or anything like that. I only saw him once. But he's saying I'm not rebellious anymore. He's saying I'm not rebellious anymore. He's not rebellious anymore. Like ego death. He's not rebellious anymore. He's more into his emotional state now. Yeah, like literally. Like, this is somebody that's like refusing to, see what's in front of them, refusing to see themselves. Well, this came out in the reverse, but I ended up picking it up, and how I picked it up. But and it could still be the same type of energy too. Yeah, depending on what deck might, yeah. But yeah, this is the Page of Swords, right? And I remember Ira being like literally a fighter. Literally, like, this man's in my child's eye. You know what I mean? Like how, I guess kids see. What am I trying to say? I guess kids see the same still, but still, in my child's eye, like it seemed like he fought at like a grown man or something. I'm like, how do you got this much force in you? Like, literally, he held no bars for shit. And I'm feeling like this, I don't know, he's saying that's always been me. But he's saying, I'm not rebellious anymore with the death card. That's transforming, although he did transition, It's just more reiterating energy of the read. And once again, the Sun card was already on top though. Oh no, I just seen it. The Moon card just popped out, and that's like secrets, you know what I mean, stuff being hidden, and I'm just hearing him. He held none of that. He held no secrets, no. And he's a Libra. A sword's energy is a Libra, you know what I mean? Or the King of Swords Queen of Swords, and that's another energy he comes out in. He comes out in the King of Swords upright all the time, not in the reverse. If he came out in a reverse, he's pissed. And I hope it's not towards me. I'll be like, oh, Spirit, what I do. Or what I didn't do. Yeah. So, yeah. Shit. Damn. Russian. Hell yeah. Like, literally, okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all how he literally saved my life. I use the word literally all the time because I'm talking literal 9 times out of 10 when I say it. For real. My homegirl Anna, Miss Anna Newbie. Black Box 5051 is her shirt, y'all. Well, she came to visit. She had just been a Facebook friend of mine, and she used to live here in Kansas City, but I only knew her, through Facebook, through, social media and stuff. And well, she came to visit. It was like her birthday weekend or whatever. And that Sunday, like literally that whole weekend or whatever, feeling like all my male ancestor energy, like a lot of male energy. Him, Ira, and my stepdad being most dominant, like literally most dominant. Oh, okay. I don't even want to do this. This seems so like you just want for attention, but like he wants this message to be heard. Like, you know what I mean? Like literally, literally, he wants people to like get up out of this energy, because I kid y'all not, and fast grieving over him, y'all, grieving over him lowers his vibration. It lowers his vibration. Don't, like, me and this man, my homegirls that support me, like literally be high vibe. Like my answer, where like we have little home parties, like literally I cook the foods that they like so that energy can be around, and in return they literally keep me safe. But the thing is, where shadow work comes is that I have to strengthen my vessel to take heed to the message that I'm hearing through my, gifts. You know what I mean? And everybody have it. You know what I mean? And it's deeper than just discerning. You know what I mean? It's so much. And that's one of many gifts. To be honest with you, because that stands alone. Like there's so many that stands alone. It's just it's a trickling effect. But literally, so this weekend, the weekend was not going great at all, which was my alert, right? My clear alert. Because even back in college, you know what I mean, when something wasn't going right or when I felt rushed, I did not like to go out. And sometimes I refuse. Like, no, I am not going out. I don't care. Because every time I go out, something bad happened when I'm feeling rushed or when my day just ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, just because I wanted to link up with my homegirl, possibly do some networking, and, honestly, I needed to sit my ass down. Like, I needed to sit my ass down. A global message. If ain't nobody took heed of that global ass message from celebrities needing to sit their ass down, being forced to sit their ass down. Like, I'm here to tell you, I'm going to tap Anna in, later. She can tell you if you get to play, like, literally, sit the ass down, like, literally. But anyway, well, we didn't sit our asses down, y'all. So I'm ignoring spirit until literally I couldn't ignore it anymore, right? And on top of that, that's why Anna, she's so important, because knowing that it was like a higher self, my higher self, and spirit via my ancestors, Ira, my stepdad, like them. And my higher self was the one feeling rushed, was the one, like, I know this ain't, you know what I mean, this ain't good for me, right? And then you got spirit, right? You got spirit. Literally, it was all a test, but it was all divine. It was all protection, right? So Sunday, I get to where we go to. What is it? Oh goodness, y'all. This is how you know I am so out the loop. This is why I shouldn't have been there in the first place. Goodness, Swope Park on Sunday. So me knowing what Swope Park is on a Sunday, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I don't want to. I felt like I would have been, just rude. Like, I had already, like the whole weekend was booked. So I paid, you know what I mean, for things, and just, yeah. So all of that into one is like I felt, and I would have just felt bad. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I don't feel good. My spirit is shaking up or whatever. My higher self, you know what I mean, is just like, go, or my higher self and lower self is kind of battling, and then there's spirit, right? That's what it was. My higher self and lower self was battling, and then there's spirit outside of my vessel, outside of my body, right? So yeah. So my lower self won and still went to the park. Get there, we get out the car, we park park. And get out the car, felt just uneasy the whole time. So knowing me, I immediately, as soon as I get out the car, I got my beer, you know what I mean, I'm drinking, just chilling, not even drinking like that, just have my little, you know what I mean, drink. And so immediately go to the grass. I knew I needed to ground. I knew something was coming through, you know what I mean, my vessel. And even now, I don't know if this is allowed on Facebook, but I'm about to light up just for energy purposes. It's not really you know what I mean, because y'all ain't never seen me. I smoke. I smoke, but y'all ain't never seen me smoke. But this is just energetic purposes, this is literally a spiritual energy read. So, I get grounded, and then we go. Anybody familiar in Kansas City? Anybody familiar with Swope Park? You know, like up at the top. I can't think of what they call it right now. But up under that tree, how it's like benches or whatever. The little like concrete little bench thing or whatever. It's not even benches. It's like just one little whatever. Y'all whatever. Anyway. So first we go over there, cause first we go over there, and like mind y'all, I don't know people like that. Like I know who I know, you know what I mean, but I don't talk to people like that. So I'm just, you know, literally just hanging with Anna, and I tell her, like, when we get over there, we sat there for a second, and instantly I was like, nah, you know, something ain't right, like, let's move, you know. And so they were at Swope Park, and the only reason we was even at Swope Park wasn't even to be at Swope Park, because Anna already knew, you know what I mean, what type of time it was too. So we was there just to, like, well, I wasn't, because I was like, no, they was gonna be in like a music video. So they was waiting to get the call. So while we was sitting there, you know, she was waiting to get this call. So I was like, nah, let's not, you know, wait here. So I'm like, all the whole last year up until this year or whatever, like, I've been in like pain. I injured myself, and I've, you know, been in pain. So that was another thing. You know what I mean? That was another thing. Like, my higher self was like, excuse my French, but you know what I mean? My higher self was like, bitch, you in pain, and you gonna go to Swope Park? My lower self was like, but I ain't been out in a long time. I wanna knowing. This is why strengthening your mental mind and all that is so important. So when I speak certain things, and when I get certain messages, it's not just because I'm just speaking just to speak. Like, literally, like, me being somebody that is rebellious, because I was rebellious even at school, like, literally with him in elementary school. There are some things that, like, I've done, and I just, like, literally, I rebel against the system to a degree, you know what I mean? Like, literally. So let's get some music now that my nerves are better. Hey. Okay. So yeah, I'm stupid, y'all. I'm so stupid. That's stupid. Anyway, so move from there. We walking, and I'm like, okay, y'all, I want to sit in the car, but I'm going back and forth. I'm going back and forth with myself in this time. I'm going back and forth with my higher self and my lower self. But spirit, this man here, I kid you not, this man here was like, like, and I already, like, when I got out the car, I was already in the grass, and I was like, I just wanted to be there. Like, I like to ground, I like to walk barefoot in the grass and be by the trees, and I'm that girl. Like, literally, I'm that girl that people talk about and people laugh at. Don't give no fucks, because it's healing. Literally, it's healing while people taking vaccines and shit. Excuse me, no, not going, but you know what I mean. I don't mean no disrespect, but don't, please, because people legit talk shit. But it's so disrespectful to ancestors, to those that came before you, that hung in your trees, to talk down on, oh, it's just a tree. And to just be chopping down trees for bullshit, and just to be, it's totally disrespecting their ancestors. They literally, like, a lot of those trees consume a lot of our story. A lot of our story. All you gotta do is just be near them. Be near them. Don't forget about them. Like, literally, the trees be feeling forgotten. And it ain't the tree, it's the tree. Because it's a separate energy. You know what I mean? Literally, it's a, you know what I mean? It's a tree. It holds energy. But yes, but the trees, like, literally forgotten is like, if I could name this reading, or whatever you want to call it, the forgotten. Literally, it's very intentional. Like, literally. I like this little Justin Bieber song. Like, I'll listen to this stuff, transmute the energy of who Justin Bieber is, and then, like, it will tie into, like, anything. Like, literally, the song is called Intentions. Like, literally, these are the intentions of, like, the energy right now. Like, literally, he don't want to be forgotten. He wants you to call, like, literally, do remember him with intention. Like, literally, remember him with intention. Like, literally, your inner child. It's a dragonfly. Your inner child play. Like, literally, these are when like these cards particular pop up for me, like, this is his energy. Like, for me, when I pull him personal, you know what I mean? Like, literally, it's a justice card. He said he got cosmic justice. And that's word, because I make sure of that shit. Act like you know that you are protection. It's real. Ha. It's real. Cosmic. So just know who did that. I kid you not. Just know that. I did that. No hands. My hands is right here, yo. I'm feeling it. I kid you not. Who did that? Cosmic justice is here. I tell you. Royal Earth protection. I kid you not. I'm channeling his energy separate from me. Don't be each other's crutches. I got jewels busted. Ain't talking about large money. What's the point? Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel it, raise it up from the sky. Hydroplaning. Girlfriend, I'm channeling, girlfriend. I'm channeling. Forgive me, girlfriend. But you know how it is. Jay-Z, don't the credits and stuff, don't mess with this Facebook for real. Because sometimes I'll play certain Jay-Z songs and it'll cut it. Channeling for what? Oh, a lot. It's a lot. I'm giving a message to one of my angel best friends. I'm giving like a message to like his family, and it's yeah. I'm channeling his energy. Those doctors. So the mother okay. So let me keep going. Got me going. So yeah, that was heavy. I'm grounding myself now. That's why I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking. Okay, chilling. Um, that was intense. So I'm trying to ground myself. That's yeah. That's me. Yeah. So I didn't feel good sitting there, even though I was in pain. So I was like, y'all know what? I'm about to go into the grass, into the field. I love it. I cannot. Okay. I don't want to get emotional now. So I'm in the grass, like, and so I'm starting to hear spirit. I'm starting to hear this man tell me, go to the tree. So anybody know the top, like the, when you turning in the Swope Park, the building, I don't be knowing what stuff we call, like, cause my mind is going, so I can't, but like, when you first, you know what I mean, at the on a hill, you know what I mean? So it was like the trees like right behind, not even right behind. I wasn't close up. I was far out, but it was a tree like right in the middle. I'm in the middle of like the park, and so I'm looking at this tree, and he's saying, just keep your eye on the tree, keep your eye on the tree. Go, go close to the tree, chill out near the tree. So literally, y'all know how Swope Park is. Everybody like on the strip and racing, doing what they doing, and just chilling. I'm literally the only female, the only person, the only human vessel out in the damn field, right? So once again, you know what I mean, people, kind of tend to be a smart ass. Well, if spirit, spirit is so this, why didn't you know? Or if your God is this and this, why didn't you? It's a battle of your higher self and your lower self, and people need to understand why I speak on raising vibration. That whole weekend, the whole time I'm at this park, it was a battle of my higher self and my lower self. So I was there, right? Chilling. Y'all, I start feeling it in me. Like they gonna start shooting. Bingo. I started hearing it. I started like hearing it, and mind you, I knew, you know what I mean, I couldn't, I couldn't go towards where everybody else was. I knew it. Like I couldn't go back to the car. When we got back, I'm gonna skip up. When we got back to the car had a bullet right in front of it. I told you I couldn't sit in that car. Woo, shit, I couldn't sit in that car, literally. Literally, right where the car was is where all the racing and all, yeah. And mind you, I don't know, I don't, like, people say, well, like, it ain't even about knowing who did. I don't know who did it. I can't tell. No, I don't. Like, I know shit. All I know is I was by my motherfucking tree. Royal motherfucking earth. So, I'm starting to hear it. When I'm hearing it, I'm seeing Anna. And, they walking, not knowing, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't, and the thing is, it wasn't even, I hear it in my third eye, like literally, like have the eyes to hear, like literally, I kid you not, y'all. I heard gunshots before there were gunshots. Whew. So I'm seeing Anna, and it was another girl with us. And so I'm calling Anna, like, I'm calling her, like, so she would not go back by this fucking hard, yo. And she see me, she hit. She hit. I said, run, baby girl, run. That's all I kept saying. And I pointing to the tree. I said, run, baby girl, just run. They running, y'all. We running for our motherfucking lives to this motherfucking tree. I heard, that's all I kept hearing. That's all I kept hearing them say is run to the tree. And I'm seeing my ancestors. By this time, my goons thick, so I'm seeing them all. I'm seeing them in the spirit, like literally, they all come in colors to me. I work in colors and numbers. Like, I just see, like, a blue, you know what I mean? Like, I see my pop, like, yeah, goon stick. Goon stick. Okay. Yeah. Alright. My dad was part of, Deacons of Defense. It was based in New Orleans, right? Just look it up. Deacons of Defense. Goon sticks. Literally, I felt like they picked us up. Y'all, when I tell you, and I'm not exaggerating, because anybody know, if anybody ever see this and just know what I'm talking about when it comes to Swope Park and a motherfucking shootout. Like, for real. It was like fucking Fast and the Furious for me, and I was running in through that bitch. Like, I couldn't even get on. I couldn't even drop. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't I couldn't do shit. Like, I couldn't duck. I had to I was gone, y'all. Like, my life, like, literally. And I just, you know how people say, my life, because I was getting ready to say it, and I got corrected. My life didn't even flash before my eyes. I just heard spirit just telling me to get to that tree. Get to that tree. And that's all I knew. I knew my higher self told me to stay my ass at home from the jump. From the time I lost my debit card and didn't have no money at the beginning of the weekend. No, that's not what happened. My check didn't come on time. That's what it was. From the beginning, yeah. From the beginning, like, literally, like, my higher self was telling me, because I don't like to go out. And mind you, this a whole weekend, you know what I mean? I ended up, like, yeah, money came through or whatever. But still, like, I don't, initially, I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't think money went, was going to come through. So I don't like to go out without no money. Like, no. And I don't even go out. But, shit, I got to that tree. Like, literally, fat, like, y'all. Like, literally, keep running. Are y'all listening to this shit? Like, this is like, literally, spirit. This is how spirit works. Literally, I was running for my motherfucking life, yo. It's not a motherfucking game. My hands is right here. Y'all see my hands with my dragonfly. Like, literally, my soul sister intuitively, like, literally, his energy is so thick and can be easily, maintained through a vessel. Like, literally, you know what I mean? That's like aware of themselves, that like take heed, and you know what I mean? A higher energy and a lower energy. Like, literally. Like, literally. I got chills. Like, I'm feeling like this his energy. I don't know him as an adult, so I'm just speaking on intuitively what I feel. I do not know Ira at all. All I know is the energy from elementary school, and people change. Like, I'm not the same, like, person from, like, elementary, like, and now. Like, some little, I'm still like a little, I'm a fairy. But anyway, but still, but yeah, happy sunshine, y'all. I'm so goofy, y'all. I tried to hold that in. Y'all see me? And that's how you know I be channeling, because that's really me. That is really Kristen. I'm laid back. I'm calm and chill or whatever. But yeah, but I'm goofy, y'all. Shit, I needed that break. Shit, thank you. Back to reality. I like this dad. And okay, so this right here was one of the dopest confirmations ever in my life that it wasn't Ira. Ira is a Libra. The Libra card is a Swords card. I told you when I pulled out the Page of Swords or whatever, that's his childhood energy. Like, didn't give up. You know what I mean? He didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, he was a fighter and could fight. He could whoop, like, your ass. Like, for real. Like, you know what I mean? A 5th grader. Like, literally. Oh, man, Lauryn Hill. Okay. Yes. His energy is to his family, y'all. Yeah. Let me just call it. Say myself. So I want to show you guys the Swords card. King of Swords. Now, energy is energy. I just need people to know that energy is energy. King of Swords. for the song, literally. I want this card, y'all, to show y'all the ultimate sign of how energy works. The King of Swords. Where are you? I got something pulling in my energy. Literally, I just heard him say that, like, he loved his family, y'all. He loved his family. Where is it at? Okay. So can you see that? I don't know if it's focusing or not, but there's a dragonfly on this King of Swords. Like, I just got this deck. Like, it was a deck because the girl from the craft, she made it, and it was like, it stood out to me because of that. Like, literally, it stood out to me. I don't know if you guys can see it. I really don't see it. Can't see it, but anyway. Yeah. There's two of them. It's two of them, yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna pull a couple cards just for his energy. I need some sage or something. Lovers. He just won't, literally, he loves y'all. He's watching over y'all. His mom, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, literally, place someone above you, look. Literally. The star card. The star card is next. A star. Hope. Have hope. Have hope. Have hope. Did you hear Tupac sing that it's hopeless? Literally. 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 That's his mom's energy. Literally. The Wheel of Fortune. Look. This is mom's energy. Can't express how you feel. Literally. This is like literally self-reflection. You know how you feel, but you can't express it. Literally. More love energy. Literally. Open-hearted. Literally. No way I can pay you back. Judgment card. But that's his plan, literally. Wow. That's how energy moves. Strong. This is the card of family. Angel. Protection. Protection. Yeah, generosity. Yeah, literally. That's the card of spirit. This is spirit. This is hierarchy. This is justice. In that order, literally in that order. As I pull, I'm involuntarily pulling cards as I'm hearing to pull cards. Honestly, I feel that was it. Spirit is real. Everybody is protected. Everybody is protected. I'm channeling other stuff, but it will be here. I feel opposing energy as well.